Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's CurseNarks35 here. Welcome back to another episode of our PokeFind Minecraft Adventures. Welcome. We have a lot to get done today. First of all, we have some legendary eggs to open. And I mean some, I mean one. And a regular egg, so let's cut right to that clip. Okay, everyone, here's our eggs opening. So we have one epic Aurora egg for us to open. And then we have one legendary bird egg for us to open. Let's see what we're going to get here. I will take most things, honestly, looking for something strong and powerful with good IVs. Arcanine, Dragonite, Lapras, anything like that would be absolutely fantastic. Another Blastoise, really? Haven't we had two of these Auroras? Because we've already traded one off, I think. Wow, and then... So that's really upsetting that we got an Aurora Blastoise. It's up attack, that's okay. It's not worth switching out our current Blastoise. Because we have up a special attack, so it's not worth it. Let's go ahead and open up this legendary bird egg and see what we're going to get for us today. In all fairness, Zapdos would be the worst one because we already have multiple electric types, and Moltres wouldn't be that good because we have fire type. And honestly, we're already going to get an Articuno, but if we can get an option where we have better stats, that might be the better play for us. Let's see what we're going to get here. That's a lot of Moltres in a row. Holy crap. Wow, that's 4 Articunos in a row. Are we going to get an Articuno? I'm okay with an Articuno. Come on, give us something good. Give us what we want, please. Zapdos. So, and welcome back, everyone. So I pre-recorded that clip, and I'm doing a voiceover for it because I hadn't recorded the voice for it at the time. It was a previous clip that I had done off-screen originally so I could get the team in, train them up. But if you did see in that clip, we got Zapdos. And I don't remember who we got for our Aurora Pokemon. Here's Zapdos. There we go. You can go ahead and replace Raichu. And we traded a lot. So if you look in our Pokemon PC right here, we do not have our one of our shiny Ghastlies, our Shadow Lapras, or our Aurora Blastoise. They're all gone. Those were all traded for a okay Dragonite. You know, it wasn't nothing special. It doesn't have a good nature. The lower attack, which is bad technically, even though his special attack stats for Dragonite are naturally higher. But up defenses is okay. He's got good IVs in the categories we need him to have IVs in, so that's what counts. But overall, Dragonite is a stronger Pokemon than Alakazam or Blastoise just on base stats alone, even with their IVs and everything. So him being even just a little bit out of balance is completely okay. I have spent the last day and a half to 2 days completely EV training these guys and leveling up and putting moves on them. So we are all ready to come ahead and fight the last Team Rocket, what we believe to be the last Team Rocket member before are able to catch Articuno. Now, hopefully these guys make a big enough difference, because if we sit here, Zapdos' special attack is 347. That is almost as high as Alakazam's, which is 367, but higher than Jolteon's, which is 317. His speed is just under 300, which doesn't nearly come close to Jolteon, but that's okay. Now, Dragonite speed's at 235. He's speed and special attack trained. That's what recommended it. And it also recommended 56 points into attack. But since he had a lower natured attack, I went ahead and put him all into special attack to give him an extra boost where we had him. There weren't a whole lot of move options for Dragonite. That's one of the reasons I do try to avoid him, even though he is a little overpowered for Gen 1. It's the fact that his movesets can be so up and down, and the fact that a lot of his learned moves are all physical, even though his base stats are technically higher in special, even though he is counted as a physical attacker. Dragonite's very weird in that sense. He's kind of like Celebi. All of its base stats are completely 100. So that means no matter what nature or IVs your Celebi gets, you can train him and grow him to be that version of that Pokemon. He could be a physical, special, a status Pokemon. It doesn't matter. So Dragonite's sort of like that with attack and special attack, but not quite as balanced. So that's kind of what we've gone here. Now, I haven't seen any comments yet about it, but 2 electric types on our team. We've gone for it again because we replaced Raichu with Zapdos. I know it's not a normal strategy, but our last 2 battles, electric types have saved us with Raichu and Jolteon, and now we have a legendary version of it. So, let's go ahead and see what we come down with. I've done some base test battling when I was leveling up my Dragonite and my Zapdos for a crazy amount of XP, because it's currently double XP weekend when I'm filming this, and I've got a 3x XP boost on, so I was getting around 12 to 26,000 XP, so it really helped me speed up the leveling of these guys. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this battle here. I don't know how it's going to go. We already know how Amistar and Jolteon line up, but I want Zapdos to be my lineup for Aerodactyl. That's kind of my key behind it. So if he's going to be stronger than Jolteon, we want him hitting the stronger Pokemon. So since Zapdos is stronger, we're going to send him in next, because I think Zapdos, based on how much damage that did with Jolteon's Thunderbolt, Zapdos should be able to finish this Amistar off. Hopefully. It would make sense. Okay, easy peasy. That finished off the Amistar off. Easy peasy. So now we're at an equal playing field for Pokemon amount. So, Aerodactyl. Now, obviously, Thunder would be a great move. I had the chance to put Zap Cannon on him, and Zap Cannon is just a better version of Thunder, technically. It's 120 power and 50 accuracy instead of 170 accuracy. I kept Thunder because I felt that the 20% accuracy dropped, being only a half a chance to hit, comparison to only 10% extra in damage, wasn't worth it. So we kept Thunderbolt. Thunder. We also have Ancient Power, which wasn't on the movesets recommended for him, but seeing it's a rock and it raises all of my stats one level, it was very worth keeping it for me. And then Drill Peck is usually the other move we keep on Zapdos. So let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt and see what we can do to this Aerodactyl. Stone Edge shouldn't kill me. Or it can. Was that a crit? I don't remember it killing me before. Okay, that's interesting, because I remember Zapdos going first. So that kind of puts a big damper on our entire plans, because Zapdos and Jolteon are the key. But once again, as we know when we've played out these battles, is that the order of the Pokemon makes a big difference. It really does, with glitch-stuck moves or with the speed of a Pokemon or anything like that, that it makes a big difference, honestly, depending on who we send in first. So, I want to see what happens if we send in Zapdos first, because Jolteon's pretty powerful. So, if Zapdos can somehow live, though, before Amistar kills it, that would be fantastic. We could also take the risk of a Thunder, and we could just go for that strategy, and hopefully we could two-shot it and survive with one hit on our Zapdos. That's all kind of dependent, so let's go ahead and just see what a Thunderbolt does with a full straight HP. Here's the thing, that's more than Jolteon, so I bet he uses his Citrus Berry here, and he's going to heal up. And there's Ancient Power, that's going to do a lot of damage to us. We survive it, but not a whole lot. We barely survive that. That's his Citrus Berry. Let's go ahead and see what Thunder can do. And we missed. That's fantastic. We really need that Thunder to hit. So I think if we want to be able to get past this first part of the battle, we need Zapdos alive. I think if we can get a Thunder and Thunderbolt off with Zapdos, and we know he lives without a crit on with one sliver of HP left, I think that will put us in the perfect position to, first of all, hopefully get a Thunderbolt on the Aerodactyl. If we can get a Thunderbolt on the Aerodactyl with Zapdos, we should be able to get a Thunderbolt with Jolteon, and that should wipe out that Aerodactyl, which is one of our biggest problems. And hopefully Dragonite will be a big solution to the Alakazam, because that is another big problem of ours, and I couldn't think of a way to get around it, honestly. I still have Kabutops. I kept Kabutops on the team, because I felt it was better with his diversity movesets and his Stone Edge and Hardened Stone for his boost up was stronger than Blastoise's Hydro Pump. Because we still have Aqua Jet. I mean, it's not as powerful. It's 40 with Stab, but it's guaranteed to go first, so it's kind of a off and on. Plus, we have a Dark type move and a Fighting type move as well now. So we have a diverse team. We've changed up the team a lot, but I think it's been very necessary. We've not had much of a choice. So let's go ahead and dive right into what this battle is going to be like. So let's see what a Thunder should. Here's the thing. I think we should use Thunderbolt first. The reason I think that is, Thunder seems to land more after you've used Thunderbolt or electric type moves more. It just seems a bit more common, so I think we should stick with that. So let's go ahead and do that. That didn't do as much. Let's go ahead and get a Thunder out. He didn't land a single attack on us though. We got the Thunder, and that didn't finish him off, But that's okay, because even if he hits us now, we know we'll survive when it's not a crit. Ice Beam, though. Actually, I don't know. Ice Beam, we survived with more than Ancient Power, actually. That's absolutely perfect. So, we can go ahead and we can just throw up a Thunderbolt here. So, now Zapdos is gonna die this next turn. No matter what. He's gonna either be hit first or hit after a Thunderbolt with this Aerodactyl. I really want him to go first. And no, Stone Edge, and it couldn't miss. So, that really sucks. Because a big thing was getting Zapdos to have one hit on Aerodactyl. Because Zapdos is just overpowered. So, let's go ahead and send in Jolteon. Let's go with a Thunderbolt. We know how much it's going to do. I'm thinking if we send in Dragonite with Aqua Tail or Outrage. Flamethrowers, he's going to be resistant again. Aqua Tail will be super effective, technically, because he's rock. Outrage is just 120 power, but we're stuck with it for 3 turns, and we get Confusion. Hurricane's not going to do anything. Kabutops won't outspeed him. Neither would, I think, yeah, so neither would Charizard or Victory Bell, and they both get one shot. I think Dragonite's our best bet. So let's go ahead and send in Dragonite, and let's go with... Let's see how much an Aqua Tail will do. Our physical attack is still quite high, or he can one-shot us with a Stone Edge, because our physical attack is still 256. That's pretty high, actually, for being lowered, and not EV trained at all in that. See, so that didn't help us out at all, because we're stuck in the same positions we've been stuck in. So let's go ahead, and we're going to end the battle here and see what we can do about this. Okay, everyone, so I have a new strategy I want to try out here. I don't think it's going to be very effective, but Dragonite is dragon flying, and we have Hurricane. If we can land a Hurricane, I think it will do severe damage. I'm not sure. No, that literally did nothing. Why is that not very effective? He is water type, but is it his rock typing as well? I don't understand it. And that Ice Beam's going to one-shot our Dragonite. That's fantastic. Okay, well, we can just leave the battle and heal up. We don't have to run back to spawn either. We have enough items. So I think going with Zapdos up front is still our best move. So we know Zapdos, Victory Bell, and Jolteon all can take down the Omastar for the most part. It's everything else after that. Because even once we get past that Aerodactyl, which is our very first wall we have to get through, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference if we can't get past that Alakazam. Those two, and we still have to deal with that Muck too. This is just going to be an overall very tough battle for us. The Muck, Alakazam, and Aerodactyl. Those are our 3 out of the 6 enemies he has on our team that we actually have to worry about. And that's not good because we just, no matter, even with the counters to him, it's not doing very well. So, let's go ahead and throw Zapdos out front. Let's start this out. Let's see what we can get going here. I didn't leave Thunder Wave on Zapdos or Dragonite, by the way, because we had Sleep Powder on Victory Bell. I figured that was a better move. So, I know Ancient Power does absolutely nothing, and it's not worth how little damage it is, even to raise our stats. So let's go ahead and even Drill Peck does absolutely nothing. Well, his physical attack is only 194, his special attack is 347. Let's go and start out with the Thunderbolt. If we're lucky, we'll get a Paralysis and he won't move, but if not, that Thunderbolt was a crit. Oh my god. See, I don't remember, when we went back to spawn to heal, I traded out items, so he would either do more critical hits or he'd cause more flinches. I think I put flinches on him, but I'm not sure, but oh my god. Okay, so that Omastar is gonna go crazy. Even with all those stat raises and that Citrus Berry, we're still gonna finish him off with a Thunderbolt. Okay, so after really, we didn't finish him off with a flinch though. Okay, go ahead and flinch. We got really lucky there. But I guess it's not gonna matter if Aerodactyl still hits first on our Zapdos, and that's crazy. See, if Zapdos takes no damage, we know he survives one hit from the. But I don't know. Thunderbolt. See, look, Stone Edge. He went first. That's ridiculous. Okay. I think the last time I got past him in my testing phase, he missed Stone Edge. And he's not missed Stone Edge at all in the last 3 times I've tried to battle him. Okay, let's go ahead and go with, it doesn't matter, honestly, does it? Because Thunderbolt, we got the para, but that's not going to do anything for us. We do less than half of his HP. And was paralyzed. Double Edge. And he doesn't take recoil damage from Double Edge, and I don't understand why. I don't know if it's an ability or if it's because of the rock type. I have no idea, and it's really annoying that he doesn't take damage from Double Edge. Because if he did, he'd be dead now. He'd be finished. He'd be gone. Double Edge would have finished him off already after my second Thunderbolt. Hey, paralysis can't move, but you really had to heal with the Citrus Berry. Thunderbolt. And finished him off. Okay, so we're off to a decent start. At least Jolteon's got one hit on this Alakazam. This Kabutops. Yeah, we're definitely not sticking in with that. Here's the problem. I want Jolteon for one free hit on Alakazam because of his speed. But if I make a switch out, it's almost guaranteed one of my Pokemon will die. If I switch out to Victory Bell, I lose Victory Bell in the rest of the fight, and I don't know if I need Victory Bell for the rest of the fight or not. Kabutops isn't going to do anything against Kabutops. Oh, I didn't. I right-clicked by accident. Well, I guess we're going into Kabutops. Because, look, Brick Break's super effective on us and super effective on him, but he can do all of our health in one hit, while we can only do a third. So it doesn't make any sense at all, but, you know, that's Pokemon games for you. Okay, let's go ahead and go with Brick Break. Look how little damage that does, and he can do all of our health with it. We've tried it before. But at least we got some damage on him, I guess. Not really, because we lose. I'm going to lose 2 Pokemons out of this miss switch. Because I could have lost one, just Victory Bell. Because Victory Bell would have been killed by Alakazam, which comes up next. But this way, I lose both Kabutops and Victory Bell. It was a horrible switch. I didn't mean to do it. So let's go ahead. Leaf Blade will finish him off. We'll finish him off at full health. You can't one-shot me. See, I don't understand. While I know X-Scissor is technically super effective on me because I'm a grass type, it's not stab. And it's not a strong move overall. So, I mean, it's okay. But look how much damage. It did 2/3 of the HP for Victory Bell. And Victory Bell's done here. I'm going to try to get a Poison Powder out. But Psychic's going to one-shot us no matter what HP amount we have. At least it's super effective and stab on us. Okay. So Alakazam, our biggest threat. 3 versus 3. And actually Jolteon only has literally 1 HP. Oh my god. Well, let's go ahead and see. We could go with Thunderbolt, Stab, guaranteed 90 power. We could go with Shadow Ball, super effective, non-stab, 80 power. Or we could go with Thunder, 110 stab with the chance of missing. Let's go with Thunderbolt, I think. Just to get the guaranteed damage. And Thunder could have missed, and Shadow Ball I don't think would have done as much, just because of the 10 power difference in the stab on Thunderbolt makes it much better than the super effectiveness. So now Alakazam is about half HP. So we have Charizard and Dragonite, a good combo to have left. But we already know Charizard is no match against Muck or Alakazam. And that's 2 out of 3 of the mons that we have to deal with. So that basically leaves 2 out of 3 of the mons up to Dragonite. And we don't even know who the last mon is. So this is a real pickle for us. Let's go ahead. Let's just go Outrage. Let's see. Please don't one-shot us with a Dazzling Gleam. Of course, you could one-shot us with a Dazzling Gleam. Why wouldn't you be able to? It's super effective. And we couldn't even get a single Outrage off. This battle is literally ridiculous. Everyone on my team is almost of a perfect Pokemon except for Dragonite. And I can't do it. I've tried. I think there is so much RNG in this game that it's ridiculous, which is saying something, because a lot of RNG is Pokemon. Pokemon's a lot of RNG, but when it's like this, I've spent hours on hours battling the same person. I've switched teams. I've got legendaries. I've Eevee and Ivy trained them with natures and stuff. Put good moves. I just don't understand what you're supposed to do otherwise. Seriously, I know I keep getting recommended. He's our strongest attacker, but doesn't work against Aerodactyl because he's too slow. So I don't think we should use him against Aerodactyl. Otherwise, for a secondary typing overall, maybe we should lead off with him. The reason for that is so we can keep Victory Bell. And then we can send in, like, look, he's going to faint or survive, finish off the Amistar, then go into Raichu, then go into Jolteon, Then we have the Victory Bell, Blastoise, Dragonite setup. That's our strategy. Let's see if this is going to work. We're at 50 minutes onto this recording, and I'm going to assume that I'm going to cut out at least all of the battles except for this one, because I'm hoping this is going to be my winning one. So let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt. We know we can two-shot this guy, I think, even with the Citrus Berry, so I'm not super worried about that, as long as they don't get a crit and one-shot us. He gets a freeze, though. He freezes us. That's a little ridiculous. Well, that's going to put down a whole damper on our plan. And, okay, let's go ahead. Let's go with Thunder, see if that can wake him up more. Thawed out. Thunder, and it landed. Don't you dare try to freeze our Zapdos. Don't you dare. Okay, so we're not going to use Thunder again, even though I would love to, because it would guarantee a massive hit on Aerodactyl. We're going to go ahead and use Thunderbolt. See, we don't get a Thunderbolt off with Aerodactyl from Zapdos. But that's okay. We still have Victory Bell, which is good for later on, and then we have 2 electric types. So now we're going to send in Raichu and not Jolteon, because we want to do as much damage before we put on our next powerful mon. So let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt. He used Double Edge, and he's going to go first. We survived, but that's ridiculous that he goes first. Okay, okay, we got the Paralysis, okay, and we did a lot of damage. That's very, very good, but we still are not going to two-shot him. He's still up for a 3-shot. It depends on how much damage his Life Orb does to him, and if we get the Paralysis and knocks that. Oh, we went first with a Thunderbolt. I think the Paralysis slowed him down. I think it lowered his speed stats. Yes! I have no idea if that's really a thing or not. And we got the Paralysis. Oh, come on. One more. Oh, I didn't mean to use Thunder, but that's going to finish him off guaranteed now. We knew Thunderbolt almost would. Okay. So we are really looking good now. Let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt on this Kabutops. That's going to be good damage. Not like Jolteon damage. That did a lot. Was that a crit? Super effective? No, it wasn't. Okay, so that's okay. So we've lost Zapdos and Raichu, and we've taken out Amistar and Aerodactyl, and we're at Kabutops. So let's go ahead and... So, we know Alakazam is after this, and we don't want to use Victory Bell. We don't want to use Blastoise right now because he's weak against Energy Ball from Alakazam. Actually, here's a big problem. I don't have a counter to Alakazam. No matter what I do, I don't have a counter to Alakazam. Because even Kabutops with Night Slash is not a counter to Alakazam. He's under speed and one-shot. Well, let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt there. Super effective. We can go ahead and get that out of the way. Here is the next big wall. Because I think we'd be okay with Victory Bell and that Muck. If we have Victory Bell. Because of Sleep Powder and it's just another move. So let's go ahead. Thunder. Yes! Okay, Thunder landed. That's just going to be good damage. That did only a third of his HP? Oh my god. Psychic, that's going to one-shot us, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that one-shots our Jolteon. That takes down all of our electric-type Pokemon. We're down to Victory Bell, Blastoise, and Dragonite. This is going to be tough. I don't know who to send in. It's Blastoise or Dragonite. But we know Victory Bell is a guaranteed one-shot with Psychic. And that's his most effective and most likely move to use. But we know he will use Dazzling Gleam if we send in Dragonite, which will also one-shot him. So I think our only choice is Blastoise. Now, I have no idea how well Blastoise is going to do because he has Energy Ball, and that really scares me. So let's go with Hydro Pump, and that's going to kill us. Nah, no stab, don't worry about it. It's from a completely different typing of Pokemon. Gets a critical hit, one-shots your guy, you know, because that's how it is every single time. The battle's over. Guys, this was a great run, but the battle's over. We lost. I don't think you can beat this guy, and anyone who has, no offense, they've probably bought a lot of Pokemon X or something, and good for you that you got past it and you were able to do that, but I don't think that I shouldn't have to do that to do this. This is ridiculous. Guys, if I post this episode out, this clip is in here, and if we haven't beaten this guy by either the end of this episode or the end of next episode, I'm going to be ending Season 1 of PokeFind early. This has gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and it doesn't matter what team I use, what strategy I use. You're so unfair, and it's literally just, it's unbalanced. There is no balance to the NPCs versus your Pokemon, and it's literally ridiculous. I don't know what they think you're supposed to do about them. Unless you have a full perfect team, you can't. It's a little ridiculous. Because let's just go over what we've got in here. The biggest example to show this, the biggest example would have to be Kabutops versus Kabutops. My Kabutops is an Aurora Kabutops with 90% IVs, right? He's got Brick Break just like the other Kabutops. And he IV'd and EV trained. He's literally EV trained and attack. He has a neutral nature, so nothing brings down his stats. He has 328 attack. He does a third of the HP on the Team Rocket's Kabutops. You know what the Kabutops with me does, no matter what move he uses, is a one-shot. Doesn't matter if it's very effective, super effective, not very effective, or neutral. They all one-shot. And that's what it is for almost every single mon for all the battles at this point. And I don't know what you're supposed to do besides just basically pay to win. It's something that didn't seem to be used to be such a big problem on this server, because I've beaten this Articuno quest before. I know I have, but I know I didn't buy any Pokemon eggs last time either, because I know I didn't. It was a different account. I wasn't recording it for YouTube, so I didn't have a reason to buy eggs, and the fact that I had a different job, I was making a lot less money, so I wasn't paying for eggs at the time. So I know that it wasn't that. So either I'm being really stupid, or they've increased the difficulty to the point where you can't beat it without pay to win. I don't have any words. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. When it comes to the diet, when a poison type Pokemon can one-shot a poison type Pokemon with a poison type move, even with stab, I think that's ridiculous. Especially when Victor Bell is trained in special defense and HP and stuff. I really don't understand what you're supposed to do here. I'm to the point, I'm gonna keep trying to beat this guy, but make sure you guys watch out for my Twitter for any news updates or a poll, or check out the corner of this video if I put a poll up there for you guys if I should end PokeFind, start Season 2, or whatever, because Season 2 is not going to start until we finish either our Pokemon Nuzlocke or Minecraft 1.17 Survival, but Minecraft 1.17 Survival is not started yet because PokeFind is taking way too long to finish up. And something that really scares me is the fact that if Gen 1 is like this, is Gen 2, Gen through Gen 5 all going to be like this? Because not even a week ago, maybe a week ago, PokeFind released a trailer for Gen 5 on their Twitter, and I was really excited about it. I tweeted out a lot more content to come. I know we have a long time before we get there and everything, but at the same time, you know, it's there for us. It's for us to be a part of, and I don't see us getting there if this is how it is in every region. Honestly, if this is how it is in every region, I see myself probably ending after Season 2 or 3 and not picking it up again. For the matter of the fact is, I don't want to run into the same problem as where I can't properly finish a series or the quest or anything because there's no balance to the game. And I think that's a big issue that needs to be taken care of, actually. So I don't know what to do here with this battle. Let's go ahead and I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's just see what we can do here. We're gonna start off with we're gonna start off with Victor Bell. We're gonna go for the same strategy that's gotten us this far, but I don't know if it's gonna be any use to us because we have a different team. But I don't know what else to do, so we're gonna go ahead and use Leaf Storm. The excitement in my voice has really dropped, so I do apologize. I'm just really annoyed at this point, guys. I'm very annoyed by this battle. I'm very annoyed by the effects and the balance of this game, and it didn't used to be like this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was always curious of the lack of people who used to be on PokeFind compared to now. There's a lot less people on it now. I kind of said it backwards than there were before, and I was always curious about it because I always knew PokeFind was updating their game and their servers and everything. But I think I'm starting to understand. This is really, really annoying, and I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. I really don't. Let's go ahead and use Leaf Blade again. I know we wanted to save him from Muck, but at this point, I don't know what else to do, so we're just going to do damage after damage after damage after damage, and that's what we're going to go with. Wow, we getting 3 Leaf Blades off on this guy? That's ridiculous. Is his Citrus Berry activate? Yeah, while he's asleep. Okay, so Leaf Blade. Hey, look, there he was. He woke up. Well, we were able to get rid of his Citrus Berry with Victory Belt. That's actually really, really exciting. So let's go ahead and let's send in Blastoise. And let's use Hydro Pump. We know we'll survive a Double Edge. This has got me intrigued again, only because we got some RNG. We got an extra sleep. So let's see how much Hydro Pump's gonna do. That nearly finished him off. I kind of wish I sent in someone else now. The reason for the fact is, let's see if we can get a Rain Dance off. No, it's not going to let us go prep first. No priority. Shoot. Okay, well, that sucks. The reason I regret it is because I think Zapdos, well, Zapdos wouldn't have outspeed. Maybe Jolteon could have done it. Outspeeded him and finished him off with one Thunderbolt, but I don't know if that was guaranteed or not. He was still pretty up there on his health. And why does he get to one-shot us now with Double Edge? It makes literally 0 sense. He could not double shot us with Double Edge before. There was no crit. He can't. I am livid. Yeah, no. If we do not beat this guy, I'm going to end the series. I am annoyed. This is taking me way too much of my time for no reason at all. And I have tried doing it. I've tried following the letter to the T. I have tried doing it for you guys. I have tried following through with this, and it is not worth it. It has not done anything but made me upset. Because I don't want to play this now. I get on here every day, and I get really excited to train some Pokemon and everything, and then I get really annoyed because these battles are pointless. A Thunderbolt, we can finish off the Copper types, but now we're in the position where we get Zapdos, Blastoise, not even Blastoise. We don't have Blastoise or Victory Belt. We have Jolteon, Zapdos, and Dragonite. That's all we have. We're in such Shadow Ball. I want to see how much Shadow Ball does. That did more than Thunderbolt. I'm surprised. Maybe I should have been using Shadow Ball more, but I don't think it makes a difference. Oh, look. There we go. Down the drain. Okay, let's go ahead. I don't know who to use. Zapdos is useless for the rest of the battles except for Cloyster. Cloyster's next. But he's gonna one-shot Dragonite. So it literally doesn't matter who I send in. I think he'll two-shot Zapdos if he doesn't one-shot him for some reason. Okay, let's Thunderbolt. Psychic. Oh, look. And look, I bet he one-shots our Zapdos. No, very close, though. Very close. Maybe our Thunderbolt can finish him off now that he damaged from Life Orb. No. No, that did basically the same amount of damage as the Shadow Ball from Jolteon, which makes no sense. But, you know, video game logic. Thunderbolt. And now we only have his Dragonite. And Dragonite can finish off this Alakazam. And maybe he could probably even finish off if we got lucky with the Ice-type attacks on the Cloyster. But he's not going to finish off that Muck. Even Outrage does nothing to that Muck. No matter what move you use, you can't damage that Muck. It's ridiculous. Let's go with Flamethrower. I don't know. Oh, look, he goes first and he's gonna one-shot our Pokemon. Yeah, this series is over, guys. Okay, everyone. So, welcome to the end of the finale episode of Season 1 PokeFind. Now, this is not something I had expected to be doing today. This is not something I had expected to be doing for at least a couple more episodes, or a few episodes back. But today is the end of PokeFind Minecraft Adventures Season 1. The reason we are ending it is straight for the fact that it's gotten too much. The game is unfair, it is unbalanced, and it's gotten to the point where it's not fun. I have gone through so many different Pokemon. I have tried so many different versions of our team. I have tried so many different strategies. But the matter of the fact is, you don't get the items you need. The Pokemon stats are unbalanced for NPCs, and it's all against you. You can't do anything about it. The differences in speed, when they do more damage, when they wake up, and all of it makes no sense. The only items I've ever gotten from outside of evolution items for any Pokestops have been Razor Claws and Razor Fangs. Okay, so those only do more flinches or more crits. I don't get anything like Charcoal to raise fire attacks. I don't get Twisted Spoons, Mystic Water, none of that could help any of my Pokemon do any of that. I don't get Leftovers. None of that is on here. You can't buy them on the store. You can't buy them in Pokestops or Pokecenters around the towns or anything. You can't do anything to increase your Pokemon's power. All my Pokemon are EV trained and with good IVs, and yet you still can't win the battles. I'm using an ridiculous amount of Pokemon and strategy, and you still can't do it. If we go and look at my PC here, I've got a team of 6 level 100s, fully EV, IV to nature trained, right? Then I have a level 92 that's another fully EV, IV trained. And then another level 100, and another level 100. Oh look, and a third level 100, all extras. It's ridiculous. I have 9 different level 100 Pokemon, one of which are a legendary. And the others are all usually considered the main good selection of Pokemon from the beginning of the game, from Gen 1. And yet, you can't do it. You can't. And some of these Pokemon from eggs, too. So you know they've got good IVs. Kabutops is from an egg. Zapdos is from the egg. Raichu is from an egg. Like, Blastoise is from an egg, for God's sakes. It's gotten to the point where it's pay to win, and it's no fun. So I am very sorry to anyone who is sad the end of Season 1. I am still doing Season 2 though. So do not be super disappointed, but it will not be starting up right away. If you want Season 2 of PokeFind, you have to keep out. Make sure you stay up with the content on my the rest of my channel. The Pokemon Nuzlocke and the Minecraft series, the Minecraft one-offs. They're all going to lead up to the next season of PokeFind, because once the Pokemon Fire Nuzlocke or the Minecraft 1.17 Survival series ends, the Season 2 of PokeFind will take place of that. But when it comes down to it, I'm done with Season 1. I have spent hours upon hours upon hours doing the same thing for the last week, and it's not fun. I am really sorry. I did my best to go through with it, to pull through, and to finish this off for you guys. Maybe we can come back once we've got a different selection of mons from the different gens. This includes Shadow Quest 3. We couldn't beat Shadow Quest 3. We have not tried it since I've gotten Zapdos or Dragonite. But I feel it's best if we come back to it after we beat Shadow Quest 2 and Gen 2. So I do once again apologize, and I hope you guys all understand my frustration and my problems with continuing the Season 1. We're not nearly 40 episodes, and the last 5 or so episodes have all been the same thing for the most part, and we're not getting anywhere. And instead of putting out the same content that's not getting any progress for you guys, I'd rather just end it early and start something else I hope you guys would enjoy, and something I know I would enjoy, instead of being frustrated and annoyed the entire time. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys all understand. I hope you guys all appreciate it. Make sure to be on the lookout for Season 2. Check out my Twitter, Carson_Rocks35. I will tweet it out a week and so forth before it comes out. Anyways, I will see you all later, and peace.